we're back. I'm sorry, it just took me a minute. They always... You know, I'm glad you did that. They're shocked. They think they're always going to do something. They are shocked, but I love that, and I'll tell you why. Good morning, Karla. How are you today?
Ooh, it's been a morning.
Been a morning. Been a morning. That's our hashtag. Been a morning. Hashtag been a morning, right?
Hashtag been a morning.
Hashtag been a morning. Now, you'll have to deal with me or put up with me or just let me be because for some reason I have the Bugs Bunny cartoon song in my head and I can't get rid of it. So if I just break out singing like Bugs Bunny tunes, you'll just have to know. Anyhow, listen, we do record this. So I like to say things that I know when we're recording. This way it minimizes physical harm that you may do. Now I know, see, because you're like, oh, you're restrained.
I don't think that's
the restraint is
there might not be. You really overestimate what this camera adds value to.
I should have went back to been a morning hashtag been a morning.
I'm okay with witnesses.
So, wait a minute, I got to rethink my whole plan now. If you're okay with no, here's what I'm saying. As I know all of you, and there's a big group out there, all of you pumpkin spice people. Toothpaste, everything.
I haven't had any pumpkin spice yet this morning.
Oh, could you relax? I want to finish. I know all of you out there, but I live in apple country, and I don't want to hear your pumpkin nonsense this morning.
I go back. I love apples equally to pumpkin.
Apple cider.
Yeah, I love it all equal.
Now, this is going to be for argument with the viewers, but it's going to be good. It's going to be good argument, okay? It's going to be good, but you may argue, but we're going into my favorite time of the year in North Georgia. Absolutely love cool mornings, cool nights. I love sweatshirt weather. I don't like big coat weather where like, you know, I can't move, can't get in and out of the car because I got to wear, you know, this puffy big coat. I don't like that, okay? But I like sweatshirt weather. Yeah. And I like apples, and I like apple ciders, and I like the leaves changing, and I like watching
fall in general. It's not a pumpkin spice thing. Pumpkin spice is just a major part of the whole big picture.
Wait a minute. I don't like this time of the year everywhere. I'm sorry out there. No matter where you're viewing, I wish you well. I like this time of the year here, where I'm at.
Yes.
Right here, where I'm at. North Georgia, Gilmer County.
Yes, I would agree.
52. 382,
Mother
282.
Nature would just get the message.
Got it? Okay. I just said my spiel to all you pumpkin spice people out there. It's apple time.
Pumpkin spice people love fall. It's got nothing to do with it.
That's okay, but
it's all about fall, not just pumpkin.
Apples, baby, apples.
I just got some of that. I don't know what you. I don't remember the brand, but they had it's a cleaning products, and they also have soap and other that stuff, whatever that is, Mayors. And they had a pumpkin spice or pumpkin scented line of products, and then they also had an apple cider line of products. And of course, I couldn't choose because I equally love both. So now I have.
Did you not send me? Was it not you? I feel like you're on the stand and you're the witness. I'm the third. Did you not send me, young lady, this week, or did I get it from? Where did I get it from? The article that had like the top 20 orchards, blah, 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 whatever.
That was in Southern Living.
Right?
Yeah.
We had Messrs. In there, BJ Reese Apple House. I don't want to forget anybody. But what was her 10 or the top 10?
They picked the top ones in the Southeast. I don't remember the exact number because it is Southern Living, which covers the Southeast.
Several in Virginia.
Yeah, there was Virginia. There was Kentucky. There was North Carolina. But Georgia had the most.
Had the most, right. In this area.
In this area. I think we had 3. We had Merciers, we had BJ Reese, and Hillcrest. I think were the 3 that were featured. And then we turned around and then got a big feature in discovergeorgia.com for a lot of... We got credit for some wineries that weren't even here. They said they were here, but that's okay. We'll take it. But a lot of our wineries we had the biggest representation of wineries.
Well, you know what I like to do this time of year is just, when I get done with the show, is just go to a different orchard and say, I want to eat an apple, I want to try an apple, and they tell me just try anyone. I will eat we're getting into the time of the year that I will eat 5 or 6 apples a day.
We have them at the office. Just so you know, you can stop by the Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center. Red Apple Barn provides us free apples to give to visitors. And I know I'm not a visitor, but I've been eating about one of those a day. It's a Honey Crisp, and I love
Honey Crisp. Do you want? Oh, this is a true story. Let me look in the camera because I need a true story. Okay. There are orchards in this area that will call me and tell me they're almost out of something because they know me. They will call and say, we're almost out of this, and don't come in here saying, where's it at next week? Because I love Honey Crisp, Pink Lady. All right, just go on.
See, I like Stamen Wine Sap. That's probably my favorite.
Did we intend to talk apples?
Yes.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if we intended to or not, or they just threw that up there.
So last weekend, Labor Day weekend, everybody kicked off U-Pick. Mercier's had U-Pick. RNA had U-Pick. BJ Reese had U-Pick. Red Apple Barn had U-Pick. And this weekend kicks off the apple picking jubilee at Hillcrest. They have... every year they do it more of a festival style thing because they have the live music and the entertainment, the cloggers. Mm-hmm. Then they have all the activities. You can pick apples. They have a moonshine museum.
It's a whole jubilee.
Yeah, it's a whole thing, and they do it from starting this weekend all the way through October. So we're really excited. That's kind of the not the grand finale per se, but the last piece to the apple pie. That was a really bad joke because I'm really tired. That was a really bad joke. But
did you say that was the last, not piece of the puzzle, the last piece of the apple pie? Did you roll that out?
I did.
I like that.
I didn't think it was that good.
Those are my kind of corny jokes. Those work with me. But let's say this. I don't want to keep saying argument. Let's see. Contest. Whatever. Go around. Just take a day and go around and get a pie from everyone.
Oh, yeah. You got to try everybody's. I love people are like, which is your favorite pie? And I'm like, I ain't telling you that. You've got to go and try them all and find your favorite. Because I have never, you can put a room of 5 people, get 5 people in a room together. I guarantee you all 5 people will have a different favorite fried pie that they like. So you've got to find your favorite. It's not even a thing that you can have.
All right, let's, now, in the interest that you have a list, do you have a list or do you need me to keep pulling you through this?
A list of what?
Things you need to do today, or can I keep going?
My list of things I need to do today, or the things that we need to
talk
about?
On this show!
Yeah, I mean, there's some other things happening this weekend, but I just
Can I have one more thing on the apples? Okay. Now, this is at the time of the show where we do...
Sorry, I hit the table.
This is the time of the show where we do what's called True Confessions. You didn't know we had that segment?
No.
Okay. I eat the entire apple.
Oh, yeah, we do this every year. It's nasty.
Do we do this every year?
Yes, every year you tell us about you eating the entire apple, and we all agree it's nasty. And then you tell us, well, doctor said it wouldn't hurt me. And we say, well, that doesn't mean it ain't nasty. I'm pretty sure a doctor would say you can eat poop, but it's still nasty. There's probably nothing completely...
So what did you just equate my enjoyment of apple eating experience? Like the next time I go and get an apple, it's like, I could have just... Karla, why you have to do that? Why you have to spoil such a nice thing?
Grass too, but that mean it's not...
I'm not a billy goat.
Well, you're eating a whole apple core, and I give mine to goats.
I ate the whole entire apple.
It's nasty.
It is not.
It's nasty.
So anyhow, that solved. How many of you out there eat the entire apple? There's people that
nasty.
do. My doctor eats.
I'm not afraid to tell you it's nasty.
Okay, moving right along. What else we got?
So this weekend you've got Picking on the Porch. I hope everybody had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. We had so many activities happening this Labor Day weekend.
And it was beautiful.
It was beautiful. It was hot, but it was beautiful. I would take hot over rain any day. I went to Crush Fest on Sunday.
Winery, that's the grapes.
Carter Cave Vineyards. They had Crush Fest. You can crush grapes, and they had peach wine slushies. Those were nice. It was hot. They were good. And I'm working on it. I got a video of Larry Likens, the owner, doing one of the vineyard tours on the tractor. So that was pretty cool. I got to learn more about the vineyards than I knew some things, but I learned a lot taking that tractor tour with Larry. But
so you finally got past the glass.
I took the glass with me. So did he. You can have wine on the tractor tours because you're not driving. They got somebody for that.
So it was like one of those "this is where babies come from" tour, you know?
It's where grapes come from.
Exactly.
It was educational. And then, it was.
I'm sorry, just saying.
He takes us to this. He goes.
So this is where the magic is made.
My favorite is we go to this.
You beautiful grapes, you.
The side of the vineyard that's beside the tasting barn, and he's like, "This is what we call the maple block," and he says we have this big tree growing in the middle of the maple block. Does anybody know what kind of tree it is? And we all said maple, and he's like, well, that's great, because one time I had a lady on the tour that said oak, and I told her she couldn't have any more wine.
What else we got going on?
So this weekend, we have Picking on the Porch.
Right.
At Kusawati Tubing Company. This 88 special, I think is what it is. Hold on. I've got it right here. It's 88 something. The Screaming 88s. We'll be playing this Saturday from 7 to 9. And then there's going to be all kinds of events happening at Gilmore Arts almost every weekend at the Playhouse from now till the end of October. They've got great lineups of performances. They'll have Greater Tuna coming in October. So just keep tabs on what's happening with that, because there's a lot of different performances and things happening every weekend from now through October at the Playhouse. You can go to their calendar of events for that. We have it on our calendar of events. This weekend is also the sorry, y'all, I'm losing my voice. The LJ Police Department's Night Out Against Crime. That's rescheduled. They had it previously scheduled and it got rained out, and so they moved it. And it is this Saturday starting at 4 o'clock, and it is going to be. This is not helping. Please come. It says the police department, but I thought it was down, further downtown. But there's a big banner on the square if you want more information, or contact the non-emergency number for the LJ Police Department. But it's 4 to 8 this Saturday, so that's happening. I wanted to give everybody a heads up because I know Brian loves pet stuff, so I thought I would mention this. There is, I have the flyer on here. VCA is doing their fall vaccine clinic. Mark your calendars now. September 29th will be the fall vaccine clinics for dogs and cats. It's a drive-by clinic. They'll have from 8 to 8:45. It'll be at Cherry Log Community Clubhouse from 9:30 to 11:15, and Animal Control from 11:45 to 12:15 at Mount Vernon Church, and from 12:45 to 3 at Pleasant Grove Church.
You know what? That is such a great service, and I'll never forget. Okay, I'll never forget. We had a Basset Hound, Gomer, and I
miss him. I remember him.
We had to put the big cage in the back of the truck. We'd have to get a truck to take him down. And we'd have to put the big cage in the back, put the old boy in the back, and we'd be in the line. And everybody, the dogs would be communicating from truck to truck. They'd get their bark on, and they'd be talking as they were in line. I'll never forget, they would come right over to the truck, and I didn't have to tote him out.
Yeah.
And they would do his vaccination right at the truck.
If you have your dogs in the car, you can even just roll down the window. And
they'll do it. Now they do have a line you need to get in, but some of them, I know Cherry Log Community is not conducive to a car line, so you had to park and get out. But I will say this: some of those are conducive to a car line around the building.
I think the churches are.
Yes, and they did come out and do Gomers, and I don't want to tell you what they'll do, but they did come out. And I'll never forget, and those are great places to go get your vaccinations.
You can get your rabies vaccination. For dogs, they have the distemper, parvo, parainfluenza, hepatitis, kennel cough, Lyme disease. For cats, they have the feline distemper, feline leukemia. They accept cash or check. So if you need to get your dog shots, this is your last chance because they only do this in spring and fall. Otherwise, you're going to pay full price at the vets. And the prices are really reasonable. Like for dogs, some of the shots are $16, $10, $18. That's very reasonable for what you'd pay to go to a vet and get it done. So take care of your pups and get that done. I think that's all. Check out the
I want to make a bet.
This is the time of year. I always do this. I get this yucky, whatever this is, right? And I'll maintain this through the first weekend of Apple Festival.
You need some pumpkin spice something.
I do. I need
all right.
that.
Here's a bet. I want everybody today to pick. Do you think there will be a day in September where at night you have to turn the heat on?
No.
You don't think September? Who thinks October? It's going to be October. You think it's going to be October?
Yeah, it'll be October.
Okay, we'll see. All right. We'll talk about that.
And I think that's very depends on the person.
Okay, the heat won't go on, so let's.
I turned my heat on yesterday, but that's because they fixed the air conditioning at the chamber, and now I'm freezing again at work. So
let's up the ante. So if you don't think there'll be a night in September you turn the heat on, do you think there'll be a night in September that you have to go over and pull the extra blanket out of the closet? Nothing I got to know in there.
I don't use extra blankets. So.
Okay, there you go.
You don't understand. Like Charlie keeps the house at like 68, so I live with extra blankets year round. Now the question is, will I use my electric blanket in September or October? Like, will I be that cold that I need that? No, what I want is I want to open the windows in September. Like I want to air my house out.
Well, I think I should go before I get in trouble, but the chances of that are
pretty unlikely right now.
Yeah. So I'm getting ready to see sock parade.
Sock parade.
Yeah, the different pairs of socks are going to come out.
Somebody
sits there and watches TV and the different socks.
Oh no! See, I have house shoes.
I'm getting ready to see the different socks come out. Probably, you like my socks? They got little puppies on the end. They're not socks. Yeah, they are. No, they're not. Socks you can put in a shoe. If your sock has a little puppy on the end of it, you can't put your shoe on and go anywhere. So it's not a true sock.
I have ones on the bottom that say, "If you can read this, bring me a glass of wine."
Karla, why'd you do that? Now oh my God!
I get my feet up.
I can see the socks now.
It says, if you read this, bring me a glass of wine.
Okay. We're glad you got out of the glass area and went out to the grape area this past weekend, made your way out. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. Karla, it is great to have you in here. This has been my favorite background. I'm going to tell you, Amanda, this has, I think, my favorite background. I see the apples. Fall is in the air in North Georgia. It is really beautiful. Go to GilmerChamber.com. GilmerChamber.com. Up in the right-hand corner is the calendar of events. You can find out everything from the U-Pick at the apple orchards, the Jubilee, the Apple Jubilee at Hillcrest. That will be this weekend. So check that out. GilmerChamber.com, upper right-hand corner, calendar of events. Everything that's happening that we talk about is there. And if you're coming up to visit us in North Georgia on the right-hand side, north, traveling north, see the big green sign that says Gilmer Chamber Welcome Center. Stop in and say hello, and have all kinds of information for you, and people will be glad to help you there. You won't see Karla. She works in the back. She's got all kinds of things going on in the back, and every once in a while she comes out and gets an apple. Good?
Yeah, that's probably what's going to happen today.
You have a wonderful day, Karla, and so do you out there, and we'll be back right after these messages. I won't tell you what we'll be talking about. You'll just have to guess.